Hey guys, coming to you live from Mr. Hilferty's house. We've seen each other here a lot before, but I wanted to just do kind of a quick video that you guys could watch. Because today we're learning about the causes of the French Revolution. And even though this is a world history class, I think the only way to really talk about the French Revolution and one of the major causes of it is the American Revolution. Now, you're going to learn today there was obviously a lot more causes to the French Revolution than just the American Revolution. It's just that the American Revolution is important to know because it did have an influence on France, and the French Revolution happened so quickly after it. A lot of you probably know a good amount about the American Revolution, and what you don't know, you're going to learn in Mr. Mazur's class next year. But I wanted to just do a quick little overview here, if you see on my screen. Okay, so of course there were the 13 British colonies. They were ruled by Britain, but they were very diverse. You had the southern colonies, which were more interested in agriculture, farming, tobacco, especially colonies like Virginia and South Carolina and Georgia. But then you also had the northern colonies who were, sort of going more towards manufacturing, kind of more, I guess, progressive in some ways, but also deeply religious and had Puritan values and things like that. Very big on education. So you had kind of New England, and you had the South, and then you had the middle states like Pennsylvania, which were heavily influenced by people like William Penn and the Quakers. So even though they were all British colonies, they were very diverse and kind of considered themselves to almost be like different countries in a way. So these colonies, the first one was founded in 1607. That was Jamestown. And by 1754, the 13 colonies were pretty well established and kind of given a lot of self government, but still ruled by the King of England and by Parliament. So you had the French and Indian War, which was fought in the colonies, and a young George Washington was part of it, and it lasted for 9 years. And one of the things that happened during it is the different colonies sort of came together for the first time in many ways as Americans. They fought together with the British against the French, and you also saw as a result, because the war was so costly to Britain, even though they won, they needed money to pay back the war. So they started taxing the colonies a little bit more heavily, which of course outraged the colonists, who were making a lot of money because they were growing so many valuable crops and selling it, and they didn't really have to pay a whole lot of taxes, to be honest. So the British were really not even taxing them that much more than they were taxing their own citizens. But of course, Americans were outraged by it. We don't like taxes. So again, what caused the American Revolution? Well, taxes. And then this idea that they were ruled by an absolute, I say absolute-ish monarch, George III, because he was nowhere near like Louis the 14th, or other absolute monarchs that we learned about. But the colonists saw him as very abusive. We talked a lot about the Enlightenment, and you had many American Enlightenment thinkers such as Thomas Paine and Benjamin Franklin and John Adams to some extent, Thomas Jefferson, of course. These people, and Alexander Hamilton, who was, of course, very young at this time, but he would be influenced by those people too. So you had these people who were kind of thinking about these ideas of John Locke and Voltaire and Rousseau, and thinking maybe this is the way to go. So you had, of course, the great work by Thomas Paine, Common Sense, and then in 1776, the Declaration of Independence. Let's hear a little bit from the Schuyler sisters here. So, yeah, of course, the Declaration of Independence was a incredibly influential and important document that not only, it's told, it was basically a huge breakup letter, like they kind of make fun of in Hamilton also. But it also establishes these ideas of life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, that all men are created equal, which of course we know would be tested throughout American history. We know that it was not always true, and some people say it's not even true today. But the idea was there, and it was revolutionary for the time. Let's keep going. Again, this is just a very quick. So, what was the impact of the revolution? Well, the war lasted from 1775 to 1781. It was kind of back and forth. Britain seemed like they were doing really well at first. The Americans had a couple of surprise victories, like when Washington crossed the Delaware on Christmas morning in 1776. And then, of course, once the French came, you had a lot of assistance, financial assistance, and military assistance. So the Americans pulled off the unlikely victory with the tremendous help from France. And that's important, right, for the French Revolution and kind of whether the United States should get involved in the French Revolution later on. So the treaty was signed in Paris, again in France, in 1783, and the United States was given its independence. Well, what was the major impact on the world? Well, we tend to, like, Americans tend to think that we're really important. And I'm not saying we're not, but we sort of exaggerate this fact. But I think in this case, you can make a solid argument that this had a tremendous impact on the world. It was kind of heard around the world, the shot heard around the world. That was the first shot of the American Revolution. And one of the reasons they say that is because it really did have a tremendous impact on the world in terms of us being one of the first colonies to gain our independence. It was one of the first major defeats for the seemingly, unbeatable British Army and Navy, and it had tremendous influence on colonies like Latin America, who would almost all get their independence in the years following 1800s and so forth. But even established monarchies would get cough. France would be influenced by this, and of course we mentioned that France was the biggest ally in the war. So this was a huge impact on the world, and you cannot ignore its impact on the French Revolution. So let's hear it. You might even say the world was turned upside down.